Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. Now recently I did an outfit for Inaya. It was a jacket dress that I made on this design. This was the rough sketch that I did. Now I've decided to redo another one just in case there were some facts that you didn't get in that. We're going to do a slight bit of a variation, and the fabrics that I've chosen, these were just some leftover random pieces that I've made a kameez, and I just had some leftover pieces. So I had a sort of a off-coat from, if I give you a description of what the off-coat sort of came out from, then that will hopefully give you an idea on how to go about designing this. Okay, so generally when you're buying 2 meters of fabric like this, and you going to make a kameez, you're going to, if it's a 60-inch wide kameez and you're going to make it out like an ordinary kameez, so you imagine this to be the 2 meters of fabric. So generally what you would do is, if it's a 60-inch wide fabric and if you're looking for a standard gher daman, then you're probably going to get the length of the kameez is going to come out from this piece of the fabric, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take out the sleeves from here. So what you have is you've got your kameez that's come out from here, you imagine that to be the daman of the kameez. So this is the kameez, and then that's the sleeves. So what you have is you've got that piece of the fabric and this piece of the fabric that's left over, and generally that's how can I explain it? Okay, so if we are, well, next time I'm cutting something I'm going to explain it, or perhaps I'll do it right now rather than wait until. So let's first of all find a 60-inch wide fabric. So what we have is, this is a standard fabric for a kameez, and what you would have is you'd be cutting out your two front of the dresses, so that's the length of the dress, and you would take that out, and then what you'd have is you'd have sort of like that much fabric left over which you're going to make the sleeves out of. So this is too much for the sleeves themselves, and the whole point of this is that I'm giving you an outline on where you'd get the fabric. So you're cutting the sleeves here, and then what you have is that piece and a slight bit from here left over. And this is generally the case with outfits that we buy here in the UK. We normally buy either 2 meters or 2.5 meters, 2.5 yards of fabric for dresses. Now sadly in Pakistan the retailers won't give you that much. So what I've had is that particular fabric that I've had left over, I'm going to be making one portion of the like in the last one I did the skirt as one. On this one what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 pieces in the skirt. So we've got the front and the back, and this is all from the leftover fabrics. So that's 2 pieces for the skirt, and then the rest of the pieces what I've had left over, I've combined this with white cotton. So this is for the back of the jacket, and this is sort of like length. This is going to be slightly below the waistline drop on the kameez, and then I've left enough space here that where I'm going to be adding the shoulder straps. Now the shoulder straps, I've made it wider at the back and narrower at the front, and I've cut this on the length of 13 inches by 4.5 inches at the back and 4 inches at the front. So it's a slightly, what I'm going to do is seam there, turn this over, trap the elastic inside, stitch next to the elastic on both the sides, and that way my straps will be ready. Now I've also cut white lining with this, a slightly bit longer than the back. This is the back panel. So 2 identical pieces, except that the bottom one is going to be slightly bit longer. Okay, the next part to this is the front centerpiece, and then I've also cut two front portions of the jacket, and I've also cut exactly same linings with this. Now I explained a little bit of the measurements and how to go about cutting this in the last video. So okay, so I've also cut lining with this as well. Okay, now we're going to be attaching the lining. Now what I'm going to be doing with this one is I want to put this lace on, so I'm going to be showing you in the next video. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to trim this with the lace, and how we're going to combine the rest of it, how we're going to make the neckline, and hopefully the final parts of the stitching. Now with this I've cut white trousers, so anyway, in case you wonder what the heck I've done here, this should have been this wrong way around. So let's just give you a little bit of dimensions of this as well, so in case you've missed out. So the waist on this is, I've done this as 16 inches at the bottom, and the length of this is 12 inches. The jacket portion is 11 inches, and the width of the jacket is about 7.5 inches, and then it's been curved off, slightly taken for the neck. The neck length is 4 inches, and the width on this is just an inch, and then it's curved off. And then for the armhole, I've got a length of 3 inches by 1.5 inches, and I've taken and I've slightly wasted it to give it the shape. So what we're going to do is hopefully attach these, and I'm going to do the outer line of this, and then I'm going to put the lace on top of this. Just thinking what to do with the I'm going to attach. I'm going to figure this out. You know what, you sometimes go around and you sort of slightly complicate things for yourself, because in the previous one what I'd done was attach the lace on the outer skirts. Now attaching the lace on the outer sides is a lot easier. Well, actually what I might do is not attach the lace all the way going around, but actually just do the lace from here downwards, not on actual neck portions, because I'm going to have a problem when I connect this to the shoulder. So I want to attach the lace actually even including on the back of this as well. So we're going to sort of work around how I'm going to do this.